Impression of KSI commentating on potential World War III and current global affairs. KSI talking about World War III and current global affairs.
And ladies and gentlemen, Russia's wiling out. And ladies and gentlemen, Israel's a bully. And ladies and gentlemen, Palestine's cooked. And ladies and gentlemen, we're dropping Deji on Syria.
I don't know what you would do. Impression of Dana catching Gastelum in the pantry at 3 a.m. the day before the weigh-ins.
What the f*** you doing in here, kid?
Oh, man, that's sorry, man. They had burritos out here, man.
They said Huffy and Gene beat Ilya. Oh, shut up! Styles make fights, and Gene looked like a fucking killer in that fight, man. Diego caught him with a spinning elbow, and he did good, and he took a lot of steam out of his shots in round 1 that led him to be able to take him in round 2. But come on, man. Styles make fights, man. Ilya ain't taking down Gene and keeping him there for a whole of the first round. I hate this. That was actually an okay take. Like, stylistically, Gene is a problem for a lot of those guys. Even Volk. But Diego is fucking unbreakable by the looks of things in terms of his chin. And he's a dangerous guy. Very dangerous guy. Gene's still good. Yeah, he's still good. I don't think it was a bad stoppage. No, I think it was a fine stoppage. Anyway, back to donos. Huffy was maybe a bit premature, but Gene is really good. Also, forget to say sup, Judius. What's up? What's up? How's it going? Take off that shirt. It's shite. Use this to buy one. I don't buy shirts. If my nan gets me one for Christmas or my mum and dad get me some for Christmas, I'll wear it, but I don't buy clothes. Drew Silva got slimed. Fuck the fighting turds. Okay. Thank you for the 15 months of membership. He did get slimed out, to be fair. Chat. How are people describing round 2 from Gene Silva? He landed a couple of good shots, guys. He landed a couple of good shots. He was hitting him with some good shots. He was stinging him. They were good shots. They were. I mean, it was no 10-8. It was no 10-7. He was on his way to a clear, dominant 10-9 round. The way people are describing that round, like, you can't win a fight if you had lost the last minute of the fight, basically. You have to make sure that, so let that be a lesson to every UFC fighter that wants to get a finish. Make sure you get a good run-up of about a minute and a half where you're doing pretty good. Because otherwise, you're going to have fluked it. You know? That's just how it works. Give it a $5. Thanks, you changed my mind on Lopez versus Silva, and I think Silva probably wins by KO his next fight. I think Silva's going to win his next fight as well. It depends on the matchup, but dude, if he fights Josh Emmett, he's probably sleeping him. So I think he looks really good, and if you can't put him down in the first round and mix it up on him well, then I don't think you beat him. Watching that card had me proud to have Marab, Islam, JDM, Pantoja. Boxing is actually a homosexual sport, true. Impression of Woodson. I'm sorry for saying Bilal's boring, straight up, dude. At least you don't land single-digit strikes around. Impression of Woodson and Stipe trying to have a basic conversation in English. That's Woodson saying hello, and then Stipe goes, I have a wife. Impression of Volt getting mad at my friend for always going down in zombies. Also, you said you do the Guru Shuffle. No, I never said that. Thank you for the 32 months, though. That's it. You're done. I'm sick of fucking getting you back up. You're costing me my own hits. I've been down myself to save you. It's over. It ends for you. You're done. I don't care what guns you've got to peck a punch. You're losing them. What straps are you using for your McGregor curl setup? Rogue or Noble? What? My McGregor curl setup? I don't have a McGregor curl setup, dude. I don't have a walk-in wardrobe yet. So I need to upgrade until I get to that. Awesome yacht, you know. Then you got to really go method. Good night, Pigger. Jesus Christ, nearly said something else there. Good night, Pigger. I miss Lionheart curling up every day. We all do. It's a shame. What are you hitting on a punch machine? I haven't hit a punch machine in ages, but I'm pretty sure if you don't break 900, you're gay. I think that used to be the rule, and I was straight based on my scores. Thank you for the 5. I can definitely see how people love UFC more than boxing. However, I have a love for both. Boxing is what I grew up with, and Crawford is one of one. Yeah. One of one. That's like the strike stats in round 5. One of one. These are 100% the dreams you have in a diabetic coma. True. CTE Guru. Impression of Rogan commentating you versus a Kane Corso.
Ow! He's killed it in 5 seconds, folks.
If you weren't into MMA, you would definitely be a trans. If I weren't into MMA, you would definitely be a trans with the level of your delusion. How does that would it make me a trans? I don't hate my fucking self and want. Oh, sorry, I'm not gonna stop. Some people are unhappy that you put Usyk amongst the best 3 in boxing. They also happen to hate hearing the names Klitschko and Fury. I don't know. I don't think they were angry about that. Usyk's definitely a top dog. This is our turning point. We will fight back. There is no I in team, but there is an I in pie. There is no I in team, but there is an I in pie. I thought you were going for some kind of like Shaun of the Dead reference where he says, but there is an I in meat pie. And meat is an anagram of team. In meat pie. I think you are referencing Shaun of the Dead there. A shirt with a logo. What's the occasion? Oh, I guess I'm running low and I'm doing my washing now. So if you must know. So I'm low on shirts. I've only got like 3 left. But then I'm re-upping my shirts. And we'll be back in the scene. For Gordon and Ngannou can't keep getting away with it. Okay. I was at Noche yesterday. One of the best crowds I've ever heard. But they gave San Antonio. For Gordon. Jared Gordon. What are you talking about? They gave San Antonio Font versus Martinez and a co-main while Dana hung out with Mr. Beast. They gave San Antonio Font, Martinez, and a co-main. I mean, they were decent fights overall. So I don't think you can complain that bad. But I agree. It could have been Rosas, though. It could have been Raul Rosas Jr., so, you know. Balls are sweaty. Knees weak. Arms are heavy. Dana's oiled up and Jones is on the White House card. We all know it's coming. It's not. There's a reason they call it an MMA fight and a boxing match. Same way you would have a tennis match or a soccer match. True. Canelo did his best Psycho Stew impression. Dude, I was watching Canelo versus Crawford, chat. Is it extreme for me to say it took 8 rounds for them to fight and actually attempt to do anything to each other? Boxing is so unbelievably gay to watch. I can't enjoy it anymore unless it's heavyweights or some heavier fighters. It took 8 rounds. Like, Crawford landed 1 strike in round 5, chat. 1 strike. That is genuinely worse than Carla Esparza versus Rose Namajunas. And it is awful. It is genuinely awful. I've been watching MMA for so long, I just can't compare boxing anymore to a fight. It's not even, it's like, this is a different thing, and this is just boxing, and it's a different combat sport. At this point, I'm starting to think to myself, this is not a combat sport. Every now and then, a couple of times a year, there'll actually be a fight. Conor Benn versus Chris Eubank. They'll have Usyk, or sorry, not Usyk, but or Usyk Fury moment in round 9. It'll always come down to a moment in a round that saves the entire fight. Where one round will be crazy, and then the rest of the fight will be pretty dead. And then because there was one crazy round, it's all out war. Like it is so gay to watch. I don't consider them fighters. And I know that's controversial, but I genuinely do not consider them fighters. They're like artists. You know, it's like high art. It's kind of like improv high art. That's how I'd describe it, you know. How many years did until MMA overtakes boxing? If I run the UFC right now, it'll take me 5 years to kill boxing and no one will ever watch it ever again. But they won't do that because MMA promoters are shit. That's cool. Damn, big fan, Guru. Keep up the good work, but we need long-awaited boxing channel. Also, I'm not making a boxing channel. I couldn't. I'd fall asleep on live. Also, did you see Dana White get asked hard questions at the press? I did see that, yes. I did. Boxing is low-key trash, especially the lower weight classes. Dying sport, yeah. Naoya Inoue, I wince more at Naoya Inoue's punches than Crawford's. You know how crazy that is? And Canelo's. Well, what was I watching, bro? It was like, genuinely, I was watching and nothing happened until round 8. Nothing. They're showing highlights on Twitter right now, like they started scrapping. It's like a 10-second clip from round 9. There's a 10-second clip from round 9 and one punch that Crawford landed that made Canelo spin his head around. That's it. 12 rounds. 36 minutes in a ring with each other. 10-second highlight in round 9. One punch on Canelo's jaw in round whatever it was, 10, I think. I don't remember what round it was, maybe 8, 9, around those rounds. Insane. 2 years of hype. I know, just absolute fucking bullshit, man. I'd whoop both of them. Chat, you know that's crazy. I leave watching UFC flyweight bouts like, Jesus Christ, it's actually crazy to know they'd beat my ass. I watched Canelo Crawford, chat. And I thought, you know what? Give me an umbrella. I reckon I could 2v1 him. Straight up. 1v1, either of them. Either of them 1v1, chat. Either of them 1v1. Oh, but what if they land that one punch? I just watched a 140-pounder land 100 on another 140-pounder and nothing happened. So, I don't know, dude. I genuinely thought I could beat either of these guys in a fight. And give me an umbrella, I definitely take out both 2v1 Kingsman style. And before I beat them both up, chat, I say, manners maketh man. Allow me to teach you a lesson. And I do that first, and then I just fucking whoop the pair of them in a street fight, dude. While they're out there trying to fucking land their one jab per 3 minutes on me, I'm just fucking wailing on him, dude. Pushing him up against... I'm forearm choking Crawford up against this fucking bar counter, dude. Like that, and he's saying, and then Canelo's behind me sort of fainting like this, waiting until he wants to step into range. He's got another 30-second cooldown before he can throw a right hand, and he's missed the first one. So he has to wait 30 seconds before he throws another one. So he's there like winding up like this, doing all of these faces while I'm just fucking pushing Crawford's head. I'm fucking dragging Crawford's face across the bar, dude. Fucking throwing him around. And then I turn around to Canelo and I go, you! And he goes, not me, host, please, man. And I start just wail on him, dude. Imanari roll on Canelo. And I just grab him by his leg and start swinging. Swinging, dude, on the spot, shot put style. I'm spinning on my heels. I'm on my heels, spinning around while I've got Canelo by his fucking foot. Oh, man, pull me down, man. Crawford, wake up, man. He's fucking throwing me, man. And I just fucking launch Canelo into the fucking window, dude, straight away. You'd be knocked out, fam. I wouldn't. I genuinely wouldn't. Your Imanari roll would fuck the earth up. I don't think it would. You would unironically whoop Crawford and Canelo. Dude, I genuinely would. I'm built crazy, dude. I'd just mog him, dude. I'd mog him. With an umbrella, there's genuinely no chance. Just an umbrella. I don't need a real weapon. Just an umbrella. Something that can be mistaken as a weapon, but there's not really one. It doesn't count as one, you know? Give me like an extra long, like, toilet roll tube, and I reckon I could dish out both at range. Like a kitchen roll in a cardboard tube to hit him with. Or give me the sticks of a xylophone. I'd fucking smash them both. I'd smash them both to bits, dude, I swear. But I never think that about UFC fighters, dude. It could be Joshua Van, who's like 100 pounds, 5'1", and I'm just thinking, dude, he'd fuck my ass up. Like, it's crazy how much he'd beat me up. But boxing, I don't know, man. Chat, imagine me just giving Naoya Inoue the meanest wedgie he's ever received. Hey, like that. There's just footage of that going around. Thank you very much for the $5. Boxing fans saying that Canelo versus Crawford was more exciting than average genuinely made me feel bad for boxing fans. It is sad, isn't it, hearing them like glaze how fun it was. Crazy. Am I wrong, or did they literally just try and land for points instead of fighting for like 7 or 8 rounds? Chat, nearly every boxing match below a certain weight class is like, let's gamble the first 9, and then we'll see who gets 2 for 1 over the last 3. And then they complain about decisions. You're trying to win by 1 strike in a round. What are you doing? You know? Like, they genuinely just leave the first 8 up to, like, some 50-50, like, swing round shit. And then they start trying at the end. And it's just it's crazy, man. It's insane. Thank you for the $2. The fight before Canelo Crawford was entertaining. There's a couple boxing matches where they'll land a couple. And you'll get, like, 2 minutes of highlights out of it. But, yeah. Hello, Guru. Wow, 12 months together. Thank you. Thank you for the 12 months, Exo Screens. How demoralizing it must have been for Silva to hit Diego with his best shots and have Diego keep coming forward. I know, man. You could see it on him a little bit. Which is why he kept doing, pointing at him stuff. It buys time. No one throws when people do that. Anytime anyone does some weird emote, no one ever hits him. Happy anniversary, Piggy. Thank you for the 24 months of membership. No homo, but the defense Crawford was putting on had me hard. Watching two masters go at it is entertainment in itself. The argument is more of an art than a fight is valid, though. You know what you are? I know, yeah. The argument is more of an art than a fight. I agree. Thank you for agreeing with me at the end. Because I was going to say you're like a guy at an art museum. And like Da Vinci's shat himself on a piece of paper. And it's up on exhibit. And you're going, yes. Yes. Meanwhile, MMA fans are like watching Avengers Assemble, you know, and that's our art form. But then there's just like a macaroni piece is put into like the top right corner of a canvas, and boxing fans are there like, yes, I see, yes, this is, oh god, the way it captures just the parallels we can draw, it's insane. But it wasn't that bad. But genuinely, though, the first 8 rounds, I'm like, ugh, what is this? You know? What is this? Kwang Lee just put on a fucking war for the ages in the boxing world. Kwang Lee and like the guy that he fought, Lino or something, Luna, I think his name was. They genuinely put on like a boxing fight of the ages. Within like a minute of round 1. Being able to totally stop Canelo's offense is some legendary shit. I mean, yeah, it's cool, dude. Yeah. He totally stopped his offense by landing 1 more strike than him per round in some of the rounds. Whoa, dude, he was up by 1. He shut him down. He shut the guy down. Did you see in the first 3 rounds, dude? Crawford was up by 1 strike in some of those. In one round in the first 8, yeah, he was up by 2. Whoa! It is crazy how you have to lower your expectations for anything to appreciate it. Thank you for the $20, Fade TV. Boxing is boring. Martinez versus Font was more lit than the Callum Walsh fight. Canelo also only landed 3 significant strike rounds. We roasted Izzy for these title fights while boxing fans are saying that was a fight of the decade. I know. I don't think they're saying it was a fight of the decade, but I know what you mean. They're like saying that was good. This is dog shit, man. This is dog shit. Canelo got paid $150 million for that. Dude, he threw like, I think he landed 13 combined strikes across the first 3 rounds. And Crawford landed 11? I think Crawford landed 11 in the first 3 rounds. They landed a combined 24 strikes in rounds 1, 2, and 3. Combined! And they were probably all baby little jabs. It's insane they're making $150 million. Boxing used to have a lot of wars back in the day. Gatti versus Ward 1 was still my favorite fight of all time in any combat sport. They did used to have some wars. Yeah, boxing does have some wars now and again. Listen, Fury and Wilder was a sick fight. The third fight was a sick fight. But it's few and far between, man. At this point, only boxers I watch are Inoue, Bam Rodriguez, and Virgil Ortiz. And how can we forget the legendary Nick Ball? You know? I mean, come on. That leg kick that he threw. Thank you for the $5. And Molly McCann. What a legendary boxer, Molly McCann. Molly McCann had more of a scrap than Crawford and Canelo. Pay-per-view's expensive, dude. I owe you. Impression of Gay Connor. Somebody fucking sniff a line out me gooch, mate. I don't know. Thank you for the 2.